Yeah, exactly. And I love when you give something alive. You know, it's a really sweet thing. All right, so on our feet. How are you feeling? Yeah, great, right? Come on, how are you feeling? Much better. Okay, we're gonna try to have a little bit of fun today. Come up to the top of your mat, bring your feet together. Welcome to the park and welcome to tuning in anywhere that you are on this beautiful planet of ours. We have people tuning in. Tell me the numbers again, honey. 27 countries, 32 states, right? So we are not alone. There are people all over that love to do yoga with us every Saturday and all throughout the month, all throughout the week. If you guys don't know that these are streamed every Saturday live while we're doing it, and then they also stay in the archives so that you can tune in anytime during the week and do this practice again, or you can go back weeks and weeks. There's probably 50 plus classes that you can choose from that are in there just by date. So if you had a favorite playlist or a certain pose you want to work on, you can go back in and watch anytime, which is so awesome, right? Then we stay connected. All right, feet are together at the top of the mat. Let those big toes touch. Your heels don't have to touch. You don't have to press the ankle bones together. I want you to stand in the center of your heels. And then I want you to push down a little bit through your feet and push a little weight to the outside edges, to the pinky toes, and see if that helps you to rise up a little bit taller. That's it. And so today, not only are we going to have a good time, but we're going to try to stay focused on our breathing. And I want you to find your breath right now, because the practice isn't the practice without the breath. I can call out poses all morning, and we can keep moving our bodies, but that wouldn't necessarily mean that we were doing yoga, right? It has to have the breath. What we do is we put our mind and our consciousness and our awareness to the breath, and then we continue to let that breath move through us, through the entire practice. We allow the breath to awaken, to touch, to soften all of the different places in the body that get exposed from doing the movements. So it has to happen together. So right now, bring your hands into prayer right in front of your heart. Press them gently together. And as you press them together, feel the chest broaden. So the pose just created a space for you. Now I want your breath to go into that space. Every time we move, every time we change the shape of the body, it's going to expand some space. It might even compress and tighten a space. I want you to see if wherever sensations arise, you can move that breath right in there. How's that sound? I think that sounds like a lot of work. I think I have very high expectations for you. But I also know that you can do it. And I don't expect you to do it the whole time, 60 minutes straight. I expect you to have moments of awakening, moments of union and connection where these things happen. And so we set out to do our work and we call it practice. Nobody does it perfect. Nobody. I can tell you I've been at it over 25 years. I've never had an entire practice where from beginning to end I've been completely immersed and I didn't have some sidetrack of thoughts or some judgments about my body or whatever else comes up. And so we're not seeking perfection. My friends, that would be setting yourself up for failure. This is practice. Let's see what we can awaken. Let's see if we can bring our body and our breath together. And be kind to yourself. Do it with some compassion. Let's see if we can just get our breath and our movement in sync. So on your next inhale, let your arms rise up over your head. Just stretch up to that beautiful sky, and when you're ready to exhale, bring your arms back down. Do it slow so that the movement and the breath are in sync with each other. Again, inhaling, the arms reach. And then exhaling, the arms come down. So you can already feel how much time you have to make your transitions. Inhale, the arms reach. Transitions deserve your attention. Exhale, arms release. Last one. Inhale, arms reach. This time, exhale, fold, forward fold, all the way over. Good. Lift halfway. Inhale. Fold again, exhale. So just get used to simple movements and breath. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then on your inhale, rise all the way back to standing. Lift your head and your chest, reach the arms up high to the sky, and then bring your hands right to your heart. Good, putting it together. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Come halfway up, inhale, fold again, exhale. Inhale, rising all the way to standing, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Moving on. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. As you inhale, lift your chest halfway. This time, step your right leg back. Stay on your toes. Let's keep our fingers on the floor. See if you can drop your hips down a little bit lower. Get curious about the sensations. And as those sensations start to arise, can you put your breath there? Start to create that union. You're on your fingertips. Lift your gaze a little bit. Lift your chest. And sink your hips just a touch. So good, everyone. One more inhale. Exhale, put your palms flat. Step that left foot back, downward facing dog. In down dog, your arms are strong, your legs are strong. Please let your head hang free. That's it. If you need to, you can bend one leg so you can stretch the other one a little more deeply. I encourage you to paddle your feet in this first one just to get a little bit of ease into the tension. I don't think anyone gets in their first down dog without feeling a little bit of their tension. All right, let's press it back. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, come forward into plank. Plank pose, and then lower down onto your belly as you exhale. Good. Lay it onto that belly. Inhale, cobra pose. We're going to do a few. Exhale, release it back down. All right, point those toes back. Make your legs a little bit longer. Lift your knees slightly, and then inhale, cobra again. Legs feel long, chest feels wide. Exhale, release it now. Good, one more time. Pressing through the feet. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, release. Beautifully done. Tuck your toes. Go back to downward facing dog. Push up and back. Make sure you're breathing. None of this matters if you're not breathing, if you are not present, consciously aware of the movements, the form, the moment. All right, take one more breath. Push back just a little, and then look at your hands. We're going to walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Bring the feet together just like we started. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. With a flat back, rise up to standing. Lift the head and chest, reach those arms high, and then exhale, hands right to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold, moving and breathing. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Step it back and lower. Moving through one full vinyasa. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale back to down dog. So one breath per movement, starting to layer it all together. Again, paddle your feet just a little bit, easing in case there's some tension. You can even get a little sexy with your hips. Yeah, just making them move a little bit so that you know that you're starting to ease through some of that stiffness from the morning. Let's take one more breath, push back just a little, and then look at your hands. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. With your inhale, lift halfway, and with your exhale, fold. Please bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. You know it's a fave. Utkatasana, yes. That's it. The toes are touching. You're not in a panic. You're not in a desperate moment. You don't have to squeeze your knees together. You can actually do this intense pose with a soft face. That would be a choice. Yes, and that is something that yoga teaches us. We can face challenging moments with grace. I can't think of anything better that could come off the mat than that. Push through your feet, come to standing. Stretch it back only if it feels good. And then exhale, bring your hands right to your heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen on your in-breath. Now the left leg is going to take that lunge back. Stay on your toes. Keep your fingertips on the floor. And then see if you can drop your hips in just a touch. The higher you get up onto your fingertips, the more you can lift the chest, and the more you're going to get some length for that left hip flexor. So that's what we're looking for. A little sensation there in the front of your left hip. So the chest rises and the hips sink, and you're breathing. We don't want to be like a statue in our poses. There is some element of freedom of movement in the breath in your body. Try not to get locked up. We're going to take one more breath here. And as you exhale, plant your hands down, step that right foot back, and enjoy your down dog. I want down dog to become a resting pose to some degree. I know for some of us it sounds absurd, but we can make modifications so that it is doable. What if you came up a little higher on your toes and just worked on straightening the legs a little bit? So hips are rising, legs are firm, and you only sink your heels to the degree that feels okay for you. Nothing forced. Your handprints are solid. You can feel your whole hand imprinting in the mat. Take one more breath here, and then please look at your hands and walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come halfway up, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Here comes chair pose again. Lisa, what's the name? Utkatasana. Yep, she got it. All right, so feet are planted firmly. Body feels strong. Pull the belly to the spine. Draw your tailbone down a little. I see some of you with your butt sticking out. I want you to draw that tailbone down. And now all of a sudden I hear some beats. I think maybe you can bounce. Yeah. Go ahead. Just a little. How's that feel? Yeah. All of a sudden it's dance and it's not hard. Same pose, attitude adjustment. That's all it was. Take one more breath. Sit a little deeper one time. And then come all the way up. Stretch it back. Oh, legs feel happy. Hands come to heart center. All right. Inhale. The arms reach. Reach up high. Let's hook our thumbs together. Plant the feet firmly down and give me a little stretch to the right. Just feel what's happening in the left side body and give it a little bit of breath. Breathe into the space that the pose is creating. You have the power to create that union. On your next inhale, rise back to center and then over to the left. Feel what's awakening in the right side. Feet are planted firmly. Right side is awake. You are breathing into it. There is a union. You and yourself and your body and your mind and your breath. So many aspects coming into one. Inhale, rise to center. Exhale, release your arms. Let's go behind the back. Clasp the fingers together. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, fold. Yep, let the head drop down. Start to move your arms away from your back. Awakening your shoulders. Can you feel the space across your chest? There's a little contraction happening as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. I love how some of you can't even help yourself from bopping to the music. It's so cute. Yeah. And that's what happens. You know, human beings have loved music since we have existed. Yep. We can't help it. Something happens to us when we hear it. Even babies. You don't have to teach them to dance. You put music on and watch them move. It's amazing. Let's release those hands now. Let them hang for a moment. Tuck your chin into your chest. Tuck your tailbone. And start to roll up slowly. Belly to the spine. Lots of support as you make this transition. Good. Inhale. Arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Step back with both legs this time. Plank pose. Lower yourself down. Take it all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, take it back into downward facing dog. All right. One nice deep breath in. Give me a little ah on the exhalation. Oh, I think we could do better than that. The park is full. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. All right. Right foot steps up to the hands. Let's stay on the left toes. Rise for high crescent lunge. So expanding a little deeper into the body. Again, awakening a new space. Stay up on the toes of the back foot so you feel a little weight on the pinky toe of that back foot. Turn the heel up high behind you. Now, pull up from the belly, reach a little higher, and all of that energy going up, I see it. All of you are reaching so nicely. Now test the waters. Can you bend that front knee a little deeper? One breath. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, step back to plank and lower. Inhale, cobra pose, and then exhale, downward facing dog. On the other side, left foot step, stay on the right toes, high crescent lunge, just curious, just feeling your way through it. Do you feel like both feet are helping you do this pose? You've got to feel the ground beneath you. Be in relationship with your mat. Yes, now you can sink in a little deeper. And to balance the sinking, we're going to reach a little higher. Belly button goes in, side waist grows long. Reach to your fingers, inhale, and then exhale, hands to the ground. Step it back and lower. Inhale, cobra pose. And as you exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Let's walk our hands to the back of the mat this time, just mixing it up. Keep your feet at hip distance as you move to the back of the mat. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. All right, here comes the fun. Bend your knees 90 degrees, reach your arms forward. Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna give you a little cheat for a second so we can get set up really strong. Lay your belly on your thighs. Oh, that's so much better, right? Okay, now stick your butt back a little so you feel weight in your heels. Now, here comes the hard part. I want you to reach your arms forward and lift your arms higher than your own ears. There we go. Now, chest is reaching out. Your eyes are at the front edge of your mat. Keep lifting the chest so you're not rounding at all. You're gonna sit that butt back a little more. Now lift your belly off your thighs. Lift your chest even higher. Oh my gosh, it's starting to get a little cranky, isn't it? Take 2 more breaths because you can. Here's your last one, and then forward fold, let it go. Yes, we can face something challenging with a little bit of grace. Put a smile on your face. Inhale, halfway up, look forward. Now walk it out into plank pose. It's all about how we do it, not what we're doing. Let's take a breath. Lower down slowly to your belly. Inhale for cobra, and then exhale, take it back to down dog. Okay, taking it up a notch, warrior 1. The right foot steps up, left foot turns in. Rise for that warrior pose, Virabhadrasana 1. Now what's important here is that the feet are grounded so you can articulate your hips. It's not like we're trying to get the hips square. We want our chest plate forward. Feel the ground beneath you, the passion of your heart facing forward, and reach up with a little bit of drama. That's it. Now with all of that reaching, can you sink a little bit into that right knee? That is your most beautiful and full expression of the pose. Take 1 more breath, feel it, and then exhale, flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. Here we go. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then we do it on the other side. Left foot steps up to your hands. The right foot turns flat. So no more on the toes here. We are back foot flat. Both feet really grounded. That is where we hold our ground. You're going to start to feel that. Make sure that back foot is on the mat flat. And then it's not like you have to get your hips square, but by really grounding your feet, you can articulate the hips. You can turn the right leg a little more forward. Chest plate forward. I don't know anyone that's a warrior for anything that's not passionate. So how can we not shine our hearts forward? Lift the heart a little more. Reach it all the way to the fingers. Our hands are always an expression of our heart. We hit when we feel hate in our hearts, right? We embrace when we feel love in our hearts. Our arms and our hands are a full expression of that heart. So show me with your hands how you feel. And then start bending a little bit deeper into that front knee. Make that full expression. What are we awakening? Where are we breathing? Last inhale right now. And then exhale, flow it out. Hands go down, step it back and lower. Yeah, the same old pose that we do every week can be like magic when we are in it fully with everything that we are. Take it back to down dog. So it is not what we do, my friends, it's how we do it. And we're doing it with consciousness so that we infuse the body and the breath together. Take one more inhale here. And then look at your hands. We're going to walk our feet to the top of the mat, one step at a time. Feel your way right up to the center. Bring your feet together, and then inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. With those feet together, bend your knees, please. Chair pose. Utkatasana. You're all going to know it by the end of the day. All right, now, bring your hands to heart center. I want you to put your thumbs right on your chest and then spread your fingers wide. Like spread your fingers so that the webbing between your fingers is stretching. And then you're going to start to lower down, keeping the thumb on the chest, but making sure your pinkies touch your knees. That's how low you're going to go. I know you can do it. And now hook your right elbow outside your left knee. Right elbow outside your left knee. Push against it a little bit and give me a really beautiful twist. That's our first twist, so it doesn't have to be so deep. It has to be mindful. I want you to feel how you have some leverage, but that you're also still standing equally in both of your feet. So you got to make sure you're keeping your consciousness and your awareness into all parts of your body. Inhale, let's lengthen a little, then exhale, twist a little deeper. Oh, you guys just want to sneak out. Go ahead, forward fold, let it go. Let your head go. Hang there for a moment. And breathe.
We must
Just
discriminate between the real and the unreal.
Okay, here we go. Other side. Bend those knees, chair pose. The arms reach high. Everything you know about the pose, start to do an inventory of your body. Bring it in right now. We're going to sit a little deeper. Hands come to heart center. Thumbs on the chest. Spread the fingers wide. Pinkies to the knees. That means you're going down low and then twisting to the other side. Left elbow to right knee. Use the elbow against the leg to get some leverage. Every inhalation should help you lengthen. Every exhale will help you twist. Make sure that you are infusing the breath and the movement into your body to create this pose. The pose does not take over the consciousness or the breathing, ever, ever, ever. Last inhale, twist a little bit on that exhale, and then let it go. Woo! Yeah, do it with me one more time. Woo! All right, let's roll it up slowly. Something nice about being heard, making a sound. Feet plant firmly, inhale, arms reach. Good, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Now the right leg is going to lunge back. Stay on your toes. And then keep that right hand on your mat as you twist open to your left. So maybe a little bit more room now to twist a little bit more freely. How can you use the breath and the movement? I'm going to ask you to put your breath into your right leg. Could you lift the right knee a little higher? Once you have a little more stability in the base of the pose, you might be able to twist a little deeper. Right hand presses, left arm reaches. All of it's happening together. There's that union. Let's take one more breath. And then the eyes go down, the hand goes down. Step it back into downward facing dog. Step it right back to the back of the mat. Let your head go. Skip all of the goodies in between. Lift the belly in. Feel your body lengthen. One big inhale. Little sigh on the exhale. Yeah. Go ahead and walk your feet up to the top of the mat.
That He's our
Feet are
only
together.
treasure.
Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's keep our fingers on the floor. Bend the knees really deep. We're going to come into a little toe squat. Little toe squat where the heels lift and you're just on your tippy toes. Hands come to heart center. So we were just twisting to the left. Here comes a counter twist to the right. Left elbow outside right knee. Seems like it might be easier here, but not so much. You gotta think, you gotta concentrate. Not hard in the head, opening the consciousness to spread throughout your body. Some of you get these serious faces, and that tells me that you're in your head. You're working too hard with your brain. And I know the brain is really, really capable of a lot of things, but it can't make you twist. It's your consciousness. It's the actions that you're taking. It's the way you articulate. It's the union. Yes, return to center. Go ahead, forward fold. Say it. When you're ready, halfway up, inhale. Pull the belly in, lengthen your spine, and then step your left leg back, please. As your left toes reach the back of your mat, root the left hand down and twist it to the right side. Now I'm going to give you room to play with this twist, to find it in your own body. You have a set of muscles on the left side body that are trying to contract and turn your body under, and you also have a set of muscles on the right side that are helping you turn open. These are your obliques. Breath is steady, and you're feeling how the breath, maybe the inhale, expands you, and the exhale helps you twist a little deeper. Yeah. Let's take our energy out of our heads and draw that awareness, that consciousness all the way through the body. Last inhale. Twist a little on the exhale. Eyes go down, hand goes down. It's one big step back. Downward facing dog. Breath is steady. All right. Now, come forward into plank pose. See how you can organize your body in plank. Plank takes a lot of cooperation. Your legs need to work as much as your arms. Your belly and your core have to be engaged to support your spine here. There's a lot happening. And I'm going to ask you to lower down and hover for a second. Just lower and hover. If you need to, you put your knees down and then push back up. Nicely done. Take down dog. One push-up. I could feel you already getting mad at me, right? One push-up, that's all, with the rest right after it. Okay, here comes number 2. Come forward, plank pose. Eyes forward, body working. Lower, hover. If the knees need to go down, please do it so you stay in form. Push back up, down dog. Oh, that yoga teacher at the park, she's crazy. She made me do 3 push-ups, broken into 3 sets of 1, with a rest in between. That's absurd. Let's do a third one. Come forward, plank pose. Make sure you're breathing. Use everything you've got. Put your knees down. Do it with integrity. Lower down, press it up, and then down dog. Oh, you are done. And you can feel free to tell anyone you want that I am a slave driver. Yeah. The thing is, push-ups are hard. They make us come a little out of our comfort zone. Sometimes we don't feel so successful. Can we take that moment as a learning? Maybe we need to just develop a little more upper body strength. Maybe we have to get better at the coordination of the core work. It doesn't matter. What you need to do is learn from it. Let's take the right foot forward to the hands. Come on up for high crescent lunge. Rooting down into the feet. Give me your biggest and most beautiful expression of the pose, where you are fully awake and aware of your body, even into the webbings of your fingers, the feelings in your toes, and everything in between. And then if you would, turn to the right, open your arms wide for water wheel. I want you to keep reaching really long through your arms. And then take your right arm and reach back and grab your left leg. Then take your left bicep to the ear and give me another beautiful expression. Now I know there's a lot to manage here. Not only are you in high crescent lunge, but you're also twisting and extending. I think this is more than a push-up. And look at how well you're doing it. Mind in every little piece, all of the sensations. Now, start to lower that left arm, start to look forward, and then bring that right arm forward so your arms are parallel to the floor. Perfect. Now, lower your body halfway, keep reaching your arms forward. And I want you to keep reaching with that left arm, but sweep your right arm back behind you. Again, a lot of things happening, but look at you, you are doing it. Arms and legs, opposite actions, belly strong. Take one more breath in, sweep that right arm forward, and then come back up, high crescent lunge. Oh yeah, let it go, hands to the earth, step it back and lower. Nothing better than that moment. Lower it down slowly, inhale, cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Did you feel how present you were for that? My friends, that is yoga. Take a deep breath in, let out a little sigh. Let's do the other side. Left foot step, stay on your right toes. It's high crescent lunge to begin. Yes, I see you. You guys are amazing. Find your place here. Maybe you have to lean back a little bit. You know, if you lean your weight forward, the front leg starts to get really cranky. So you have to seek out the balance of your work. Believe it or not, these poses are meant to be done in a way that is steady and effortless. And the only way that can happen is if you're really paying attention. Like, wow, my front leg is getting really tired. I must be using it too much. Ding, 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 right? So lean back. This is what's happening as we continue to practice. Go ahead, twist to your left side. Open your arms wide like wings. We call it water wheel. Head is up high. Reach from your heart. Remember the expression of your hands. Here we go. Right arm reaches for left leg. No, did I say it wrong? Left arm reaches for right leg. Right bicep goes to the ear. Your best and most beautiful expression. That doesn't mean perfection. It means consciousness. It means I'm paying attention. I never lost a connection to both of my feet on the ground. Because the upper part of the pose doesn't matter if I'm not feeling the mat under my feet. Focus. You've got it. Now the right arm is going to come forward, just parallel with the earth. Look forward, and then bring that left arm forward too. Good, now you know what's next. Lean forward, chest over knee. Make that back leg strong. We're going to keep the right arm forward, swing the left arm back, just to challenge your brain a little bit. I love that pose. That looks amazing, especially with 300 people doing it at once. It's like, right? It's amazing. Okay, left arm forward. Rise back up, inhale. As you exhale, let it go. Hands to the earth, step it back and lower. Take your flow, reunite with the rhythm of your breathing. You don't have to follow my cueing. You can actually follow your own breath. Find your way to down dog. Okay, we got to turn it open. Right foot steps up, stay on your left toes. Rise for high crescent lunge, one inhale. And this time turn your whole body to the left. Open your arms wide. Totally different than that water wheel. We are opening the whole side, body open. Let's see if we can take our awareness to the relationship of your left hip and your right knee. Can you move them a little bit away from each other? Think about it. Left hip, right knee. Yes. I love when you correct. That means that you heard me, you processed the information, and you actually made it happen in your body. That tells me that you're doing yoga. And if you're breathing at the same time, woo! Right? Reverse your warrior. Left arm down, right arm up. Gaze up to that beautiful sky. Make sure you're breathing. Feel the space you just awakened in the right side. Let the ribs expand. And as all of that energy goes up, can you bend the front knee and sink in just a little? Amazing. Hold right there. Take the left arm, reach it out. Reach it behind you, parallel to the floor. Feel how strong you are. I love when we match the balance between strength and flexibility. Take one more breath. Return to warrior two. Good. Straighten your front leg. And then move into triangle. Take your time. Trikonasana. Right hand touches the shin. Left arm goes up to the sky. And you do the best you can to make everything straight. Yeah, we want to straighten the legs so that the quadriceps, the muscles on the front of the thigh, are kind of hugging the bones. And they're helping protect the joints as you stretch really strongly through those hamstrings. So that might mean the hand comes up a little higher. Maybe you can't stretch as deep, but you want to create some integrity and some stability. That's it. If your head is dropping forward, can you draw it back a little bit? You don't want any weight hanging in the neck. Bring your head back for me. Back. Yes. All right, you have to push into your left foot, ground your left hip, and rise back up to warrior two. Bend that front knee, take a breath, and then flow it out. I invite you to ride your breath. Exhale as you lower. Use your inhale to create the back bend, and then press that exhale out as you go back to down dog. Okay. When you're ready, prepare for the other side. Left foot steps up, stay on your right toes. The arms sweep up for high crescent lunge. We're going to turn ourselves open to the right side this time and explore warrior two, a totally new sensation in the body. So notice, what spaces are you opening? What's happening in your experience? So we face the side, the back foot is flat. Make sure that heel is down on the back foot. You want to stand in both legs. And again, sometimes we put a little too much weight on the front leg and it starts to speak to us. So maybe the right arm reaches back a little more. It's a game we play. It's called finding equanimity, finding balance. Reverse the warrior, drop the right arm, lift the left, and all of that might make you heavy on the right leg, so you might want to bend into the left knee just a touch. We're always seeking that place of steady and effortless. You know if you put yourself in a place that feels nothing like that. And so that's an automatic message from your body to soften, to adjust, to honor yourself. If you're working so hard that you can't breathe, something's wrong. Right arm floats out behind you, reach it out, parallel behind you. Strength and flexibility happening in the same moment, and you haven't lost your breath. Let's take one more inhale here and then return to warrior two. Say ah, because you need to say ah. And then straighten your front leg and do triangle pose. Just explore it. It's straight lines. The legs are straight, the arms are straight, the spine is straight. Just feeling something new. Again, I know that there's a new sensation. Every time we change the shape, I want you to be aware of the sensation and then bring your breath to it. Are you steady? Is it effortless? Are you breathing? So we need to learn how to get out of our heads and spread our consciousness and our awareness throughout our bodies. Breathing into every cell in every moment. Push down a little extra through the right foot, right hip. Come on up, bend your front knee. Warrior two, take a breath, and then exhale, flow it out. The hands touch down, you step it back and lower. Here we go, inhale, cobra, heart wide open. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I imagine you're feeling pretty good right now. The weather couldn't be nicer. Let's come into tabletop pose. Tabletop, the knees are under the hips, the hands are under the shoulders. Pull the belly to the spine, create some stability. And then reach your right arm forward and your left leg back. Right arm forward, left leg back. Lengthen a little more. Now the secret to this pose is if you push down with your left hand and your right leg, you'll rise a little bit. There's integration. Now we're stretching. There's your flexibility. I want you to feel your strength. Lift your leg and your arm a little higher. Oh yeah, there it is. Take last breath and then put it down with grace. No big deal. Switch it to the other side. Mindfulness through the transitions. We don't want to check in and check out of our yoga. We want to be steady, effortless throughout. Belly is supporting the center. We're pushing down with right hand and left leg. Lengthening first and then to the best of your ability, lifting just a little higher. You feel it, strength and flexibility, grace and mindfulness. Take one last breath and then put it down. Take child's pose. We haven't really had many rests. And you know that if I don't give you a rest, you are free to take one anytime you need one. Sometimes just to mess with you, I won't give you one the whole practice, just to see if you'll take a knee. And I don't do that because I'm being mean. I'm doing it because I'm trying to teach you that you need to honor you. You need to listen to what's going on inside you. Every one of us is different, and every time we get on the mat, it's a different experience. And if we're not paying attention, how are we going to do our yoga? Now, if you're comfortable in your child's pose, I want you to stay. Otherwise, we're going to sit on our heels and just rise into a seated position, eyes closed. You get to decide. Just sitting with your hands in your lap and your eyes closed. Moments of stillness. I believe that that is what our yoga represents for us. If we get on the mat and all we do is move, 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 push, 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 pull, 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 I believe that our vinyasa practice will just mimic our lives. And so little moments of stillness where you can actually feel the stirrings of the practice. And I promise you, in the middle of your week, in the middle of your day, if you decided to sit still, you would feel the stirrings of your day, the stirrings of your life. And this simple act of closing your eyes and breathing and paying attention to the stirrings actually give you the skills to settle them down. Be right here, right now with me. And even more important, be right here, right now with you. We're going to move one more time. So I want you to come back to a tabletop pose. I want you to take your right leg and step it straight back out behind you. Tuck your toes and really straighten that leg. Feel what that feels like. It should feel pretty good. Toes are on the floor. Lift your head and chest. Toes are on the floor. No leg in the air. Toes on the floor. But stretch it back. Yep. Toes are down on the floor with your legs straight. Yeah, that's important. Now, lift that leg up as high as you can. Feel the action in your hip. We're going to juice it up a little bit. Feel that little squeeze in the glute. Now turn your right toes out to the side. And take that leg all the way out to the side. As far as you can, bring it forward, 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 and then put it down right there. Put your foot flat. Nice. Walk your hands back towards your left knee and then stand up tall on your left leg. Inhale, arms reach. Nicely done. Right arm goes to right leg. Give me a little stretch. Feel the sensations and put your breath right in them. We're going to move a little slower and be a little more sensitive. Okay. Slowly rise back to center. Both arms reach. Now your left hand goes down to the floor, out to the side. Touch it down. And then turn that right palm, reach the bicep over the ear. Again, just sensitive, stretching. Body feels so long and open. You've got to pull the belly into the spine. Rising from this is not so easy. Lift that right arm up, pull the belly in, come back up to center, arms like a T. Nicely done. Arms come forward. Place your hands down on the mat. Here comes the fun part. Lift the right leg. Do it with some grace. No making a face. And then bring it back behind you. Nicely done. Child's pose. Tuck it in. Sit back. Can you feel a difference from one hip to the other? Yeah. And so these are the moments that matter. The moments that you notice. It's not what we do, but how we do it. And we are infusing our breath into every moment. All right. Now, tabletop pose. Just extend your left leg out behind you. Tuck your toes. Feel the action. Before you lift it, put the toes on the floor. It's really important. I want you to feel the toes tucked and the leg alive. Once you put it in the air, I'd say 70% of you start bending that knee. You start losing a connection with the action of that leg. Can you feel it? Strong, solid, straight leg. Now lift that straight leg up. Keep the action. That lift came from your glute, right? Your left butt cheek is working right now. Again, just something new to pay attention to. Feel what happens when you turn your left toes out. The whole leg turns. The knees, the leg bone, the toes. Now bring it forward, out to the left. Not so much fun, right? Again, just paying attention. Then put your foot down right there. Make sure it goes flat. Walk your hands back and stand up tall on your right leg. Arms reach, inhale. Open the arms wide, exhale. Left hand, left leg. Make it feel good. Side body open, breathing. Breath is steady. See if you can put that left pinky toe down on the ground. So good, everyone. Pull the belly in. Return back up to center. A little bit of a journey. Right hand to the earth. Stretch that left arm high, then reach the bicep over the ear. Left side body long. Slow and sensitive movement. You got to ground your feet. You got to pull in your belly. And then we're going to lift that left arm first and rise back up. Arms reach, inhale. They come forward on the exhale. Then place them down on the mat. Fun time. Lift your left leg. Take it back behind you. And then child's pose. Take one more breath. And then maybe with your eyes closed, in a really slow, sensitive way, you're just going to come on up to sit, but swing your feet around in front of you this time. You can bend your knees and put your feet on the ground. And then in slow motion, so last one down wins. go ahead, lay down onto your back. And just know, you're going to show your competitive nature right now. So do you really care how fast anyone else goes? Or can you actually start to witness the strength in your core? Notice where there's little gaps in that strength. Maybe you stay in one of those gaps for a second and dig in to make it stronger. Maybe you take care of you and not compare yourself to anyone else. Do your own work. Spread your consciousness through your body. It's fun for me to watch to see who's going to go down last. And then maybe we should talk after class. Once you're laying down, take a really nice deep breath. As you exhale, put a smile on your face. Feel that mat beneath you. All right, bend your knees if they're not. Put the soles of your feet together. Let the knees drop open. Arms are going to reach up overhead. And just take a moment of freedom. A moment of space. Feet together, knees wide, arms up over the head. And really all you have to do here is breathe. If you think you have the ability to expand your mind, expand your consciousness beyond the breath, start to feel that cool breeze on your skin. We exist as part of a whole. Each of us here doing our own work, but all of us collectively creating the experience. Take 2 more breaths. We are all breathing the same air. Start to spread your arms open wide like wings. And then draw your knees back up to the center. You can even lift your feet off the floor and pull your knees to your belly. And then take a gentle twist to the right side. Both knees going to the right. Oh, should feel so good. Take your gaze out to the left. Resist that temptation to go back up into your head. Don't get stuck in your thinking, in your brain. Let's shift to the mind, to the consciousness, and spread it all throughout the body. Attach your mind to your breath and feel it move you. Now, graceful transition, mindful movement. Make your way to the other side. Make sure you do what feels good. Make it a little quieter.
You know, there's just one thing you overlooked.
Enjoy one more breath right here. And then again, mindful transition right back to the center. You can squeeze your knees into your belly and rock around just a little bit. And when you're ready, you're going to let all that go. Let go of your obsession with the sensations and allow yourself to move right into the stillness. You let your legs down, you let your arms go. Now, as you start to bring your awareness back, I want you to put it right on your breath. Start to move your breath through your body. Notice the awakening. As the breath moves through the body, you might feel like you want to move again, so you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can really stretch and move any way that you like, and eventually let those movements bring you into a seated position. I got a friend. So Mama could have Shavasana. So Shay and I are going to do the Om together. Yeah. Isn't he amazing? Oh my God, he's so snuggly. I know, I want to keep you forever. I'm excited too. Yeah, I'm excited too. There's so much to see. So many people. Do you remember the wonder of the child? You know, we forget. We forget. I think by the time we're 5, 6 maybe, it starts to diminish. And then by the time we're this age, where is all the wonder? You know? I think that's why we have babies and then we have grandbabies, so we can remember. We see it through their eyes again. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. Close your eyes so you feel it deeply. Me and you. Yeah. We're going to take one deep breath in, and then we're going to do our Om together. You ready? Deep breath. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Peace Peace Peace. May we all at some point today feel the peace that this one feels right now. May we use our practice to generate that feeling of peace and equanimity in ourselves so that we can be that in the world. Thank you so, so much for being here today. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Yay, yay, you feel it. Everyone's clapping. Yes, he even knows what that means. He got excited. So as always, please come and sign the clipboards. That's what the city asks. If we're going to practice in here, we need to sign that waiver and sign in. I have information about my next trip to India in April. That will be my next trip, and it's registering now. Literally by the end of the year, I hope to close that trip out so that we can book our flights and get our visas and insurance and all of these other things that need to happen. It's 10 days. It's a luxury trip in the northern India in Rishikesh, in the most spiritual part of India. And we will visit Dharmansala as well to go where the Dalai Lama is, to do some meditation. So yoga and meditation, also a really beautiful spa where we'll be studying Ayurveda. So some of the most beautiful things that are coming out of India into our culture, let's go and understand them more deeply. Are you registered for something big? Yes, about almost 500 people have already registered. If you have not, somethingbigyoga.com. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's January 1st. It's at a gathering just like this, but we take it into something really big. We have DJ Drez, who I was playing today. All of that music will be spinning his music live for us, and there will be 2,000 yogis there. That's what it's been. So 2,000 yogis doing yoga in Meisner Park Amphitheater to bring in the new year. If you like to do this on Saturdays, I can only imagine how meaningful it would be to do that together with the whole community. We gather from Miami to Jupiter. Yoga studios partner with me to help make this happen. And so together we unite, we connect, and we create this amazing space for you. It's totally free just like this, but we do need you to register so we can check you in because we have security issues. We need you to sign a waiver before you enter the space. So by registering, you are just clearing the waiver, and then you can come in for free. So please go to somethingbigyoga.com. There's postcards here. If you don't want to remember that, just grab a card, and then you can do it when you get home. I would love for you to take some cards and share them. If you have friends and family that do yoga that would like to join you, take some cards and share them. Help me to fill the space. Yeah, if you want a magnet for your car. You want a baby? Yeah, I can't give the baby away. I can't give you the baby. I'm going to keep him for a couple of minutes, but I can't give him away. Isn't he gorgeous? Yeah, you are. You're just perfect. That's Bree's little boy. She was so amazing with him through the whole practice. He was on her mat. He was in the stroller. She fed him. She diapered him, like the whole thing, and she did her yoga. That's a mama. And so she's right there. I thought just in Shavasana I'd give her some space so she could just let down. Yeah. And it's a treat for me. Oh, you're so welcome. My pleasure. Okay. Hi.
I'm so happy. Hi, Nooshka Noosh. I got that on video because that was just the melting of my heart.
Me
The
too.
melting of my heart. What an important message you have to teach us.
Right.
You really have so much to teach us.
Every day.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. I know things are
Hi.
super cray, but we'll make it plain.
Yes.
I'm Carol.
Yes, you were in my class the other day at the studio.
I loved it,
I'm so glad.
but I left a jacket there.
Okay.
So would I just drive down there and
Yeah, I'll actually be there most of the day. It's probably in the Lost and Found. So if you left it there, we probably put it, there's a box under the desk. You know, like where you check in at the front desk. If you left it, someone probably stuck it in that box and it's probably just sitting there.
I have
Yeah.
called and it's not in the box.
Oh.
So I wondered whether somebody else.
Thanks, Lisa. See you soon. Enjoy this time with your
Yeah, I doubt it. What does it look like?
She's actually home for a wedding. I have to drive her to Miami.
It was one of the cold days.
Yeah.
And so it was just.
I love you too. Okay.
It's a rather nice wool coat.
It's a wool coat? Okay. Jacket, yeah, like a sweater.
But I did go up there
Yeah,
the day after, but there was nobody,
Right.
between us with it.
yeah.
And I asked at the front desk, so I just wondered whether anyone would be
The front desk at the hotel wouldn't know anything about it. It's my front desk where you check in for the
Right.
class, and